What is up, guys, and welcome to another edition of the Market Rider Show. Beating the market, one trade at a time. If you're new to the Market Rider Show, it's an investment channel, helps you to find the best deals in the market. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Definitely helps the YouTube algorithm promote the videos. Alright, so everybody's having a great week of trading so far. Pretty interesting week setting up. It is earnings week, so there are a lot of earnings that came out today. So going to be looking to see how some of those stocks performed after their earnings. So I'll be talking about some of those. Some of the earnings that came out today were Alibaba, Corsair, Gaming, and Under Armour. So those are some of the three that came out today as far as earnings are concerned. So let's jump into this watch list. So on the watch list, first off, we have ticker sign CEMI, and this is for Kimbio. They had a high today of $3.78. Overall, looking bullish on this one in the after hours. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100. We can see that VWAP is above moving average 10 as well, so bullish on both of those indicators. $4.13 where they ended today. They had a nice little run in the after hours of 61 cents. So looking really nice on the run for CEMI. So yeah, hopefully some people were able to jump into that one. If we look out on the chart on here, we can see that they did have a high of $7.34. So that's definitely a key metric to look for. I think that's a potential high of where they can get to is $7.34. So going to be looking to see if they can continue this rally towards the end of the week and retest that $7.34 level. Overall, looking bullish on CEMI. Definitely looking nice on this one. A great one to add to the watch list since they did have this nice little rally after hours of 61 cents. So definitely going to keep an eye on ticker sign CEMI. Next, we have ticker sign OTLK. OTLK kind of on the same thing. They did shoot up to $3.27 in the market today, but they did fall down significantly, falling all the way down to $2.41, which is their moving average 50. So I'm going to be looking tomorrow to see if they can bounce off that moving average 50 line. Then they will have to go back up and retest $2.57, and then retest $2.85. So next key target that I'll be looking at for ticker sign OTLK is going to be $2.57 and then $2.83. No, and 85 cents. So definitely looking at those two levels for OTLK. Overall, there's still a lot of volume still on this one. The way you can tell there's a lot of volume is this VWAP is significantly above the moving average 10 and 50 lines. So that kind of gives you a key of how much volume is surrounding a particular name. Next up, we have ticker sign WHLM. They shot today to $8.95. So a nice little rally for WHLM. They are bullish. Moving average 10 is above 5,100. They fell down from that level kind of towards the end of trading today to a new level around the $6.11 level. After hours, they fell down to $5.98, so they're still on a downward trajectory. If they continue to be bearish when the market opens, I would look at $5.18 and $4.85 as a potential bounce level. So what I mean by bounce is kind of like the dead cat bounce. So sometimes when you see stocks fall off, they'll fall to a certain level, which will be the new resistance. So around the 611. But in the after hours, this one kept falling. So usually when stocks fall, they'll fall to either the moving average 50 or the moving average 100, and usually bounce between both of those levels, either the 50 or the 100. So they're definitely key levels that I look at for a potential bounce after a stock becomes bearish, especially in the after hours. So definitely going to be looking at a potential bounce. But if it does turn around and it can keep hold of this resistance level and turn around, a key level to look for is going to be $6.99 and then $7.58. Next on here, we have ticker sign XPEV. For XPeng, they are an EV company, one of the Chinese EV manufacturers, just like NIO, which is the next one I'll be talking about. But they had a high of $44.11. They ended today at 42.74, which isn't too bad. They've kind of just been fluctuating up and down between this oscillation level, which has a bottom of $41.41 and $44.11. So If you look on here, you can see that they've oscillated between these two values for quite some time. So not really too alarming as far as price point is concerned. But going to be looking to see if they can turn around for tomorrow or towards the end of the week to retest this $44.11 level. Next up, we have ticker sign NIO, which is the other EV name. Chinese EV name. $46.78 is going to be my target price for them, which is right up here. They are still bullish. Well, they are bearish. Moving average 10 did dip below the moving average 50 today. Hopefully it'll bounce back off of there. They are continuing bearish downward trajectory at $44.30 in the after hours. So a key level, like I said before, is probably going to look at the bounce. So if they bounce from this level, which is the moving average 50, then they're going to be looking to see if they can retest this 46.78. If they continue a bearish downward trend, they're going to be looking at possible re-entry around 43.25. Next up, we have ticker sign WRX. They had a high this last week of $2.68, seeing if they can retest that $2.68 level. Overall, still bullish on the name, moving average 10 above 50 and 100. We can see right here, VWAP is above the moving average 10. So definitely bullish on both of those indicators. So $1.83 was kind of their low, and they're well above that. So going to be seeing if they turn around at this level where they're currently at to retest $2.68. Next up, we have BTBT, which has been fluctuating quite a bit this entire week. They kind of trend the price of Bitcoin. So definitely, as when you see a lot of the Bitcoin plays start to go up, you'll see BTBT start to go up as well. So $11.25 was their high. Going to be seeing if they can retest that $11.25 by the end of the week. They are on a small little bearish downward trend. So $9.97, but definitely bear in mind when Bitcoin and things like that start to fluctuate. BTBT and RIOT are definitely two stocks to watch for. So Bitcoin's price is around, I think, like 39 or 38,000 at the current time of this video. So still kind of bullish, I would say, in my personal opinion, since it was down at like 32K, was like 2 months ago. So definitely looking very bullish for Bitcoin, and you can see this correlation between them and BTBT. So you can say like right around the time was around 32. This stock was around $4.23, but now it's all the way up. And the current price of Bitcoin is at $38,125. So definitely, as that goes up, BTBT will go up. Next up, we have NAOV. NAOV looking very bullish. On here, we can see. I'm looking very bearish, excuse me. We can see on here $2.98 is their high. They did dip down below, and this is kind of what I'm talking about, key levels to look for, bounces that you can take advantage of. $2.65 is kind of where they fell from. They fell through the moving average 50 and are right at the moving average 100. That is definitely a great bounce point for a lot of stocks. So once they cross that threshold of moving average 100, definitely look for a potential bounce. They will have to go back up and retest $2.33. So I'm going to be looking to see if they can retest that $2.33 level. If they do, by the end of the week, retest that instead of just oscillating between the 50 and 100, which is what stocks seem to do for quite a while, then I'm going to be seeing if they can retest that $2.65 level. So realistically, for the end of the week, I'm going to be looking to see if they can retest 233. If there's a lot of momentum with this one surrounding it, then 265 is going to be our next target price. Next, going to be looking at ticker sign MRIN. MRIN, it had a high of $9.50. Overall, looking bearish on this one. They did dip down below the 50 and 100, so definitely going to be looking to see where they are. A key level on this one is $6.19. So that's where they bottomed out last time. Yeah, I see that FLGC. I'll probably add it to the watch list. So just give me a second to go over this list, and I'll add it on there. $6.19 is kind of where they bottomed out on their bearish downward trend before they shot back up to $9.50. That's definitely a level to look for. They haven't gotten all the way down there yet, But if they do get to that level, could be a potential bounce to duplicate the chart that they have now, or that they had previously, to go to 950. Key level to look for is 716. It is the convergence of the moving average 50 and 100 line. Next up, we have ticker sign AHPI. So AHPI is looking bullish. Moving average 10 is above 50 and 100, but has been stagnant as far as VWAP is concerned. So the VWAP has barely been above moving average 10. $10.90 is their high. That's kind of where they reached. But we can see down here that they are a little bit on the bearish side, starting to go down. They did rally after hours to end at $8.98, so that's a very positive overall. So key level that I'm going to be looking at for them is $10 even and $9 even. So they're very close to and $9.20. So $9.20 and $10 are going to be my target price for AHPI. Still a lot of volume surrounding this name, so going to be looking to see how they perform as the week progresses. Next up, we have ticker sign CRSR for Corsair Gaming. They did have their earnings today, which definitely was reflected, if I can say that correctly, in the stock price. They did fall down quite significantly after their earnings and are bearish. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100, so having a nice little bearish downward trend in the aftermarket. OTLK. I did OTLK earlier, so it's up here. I went over OTLK earlier in the stream. I can do MINM. Yeah, I'll add that one on here. I don't think that one's on the list, but yeah, I'll add that one on here. Then I'll go back over OTLK really quickly. This is OTLK. They are starting their bearish downward trend. Just a quick recap, they are starting their bearish downward trend. They will have to go retest this 257 and 285 level. So yeah, go back to Corsair Gaming, we can see that they are bearish. 2875 and 2905 is definitely going to be some levels to look for on these two prices. So for Corsair Gaming, they did end at 2738, so they did have a small 25-cent rally after hours, but going to be looking to see how they perform as the week goes on after their earnings. Next up, who had earnings today is ticker sign BABA for Alibaba. Now, Alibaba being a huge organization, definitely expected some price fluctuation from them after their earnings, and they did not disappoint in that. They did rally up a little bit after their earnings, but then ended on a little bearish downward trend after their earnings. So Alibaba is a large company. They do fluctuate quite a bit. Price target I'm going to be looking at for Alibaba is $202.07. So Alibaba starting to rally up a little bit after their earnings today, but still bouncing between the 50 and 100. So they will have to retest this 197.38 level for tomorrow, ending at 196.50 today. But then going to be looking at 202.07 as a potential target price. Next up, we have Roku, which is bearish. They bottomed out at this 411.90 level, and they're at 416.45. So down $1.35 in the after hours. A key target price to look at for them, getting closer to their earnings, is going to be $450.42, and then $432.95. So this represents the moving average 50 line, which is the yellow line, at $432.95, and the moving average 100, which is $450.42. So overall, still bearish on Roku. I suspect once their earnings come out, these prices will definitely be different. Another one that has earnings this week is Fubo TV, ticker sign FUBO. So they are bearish as well. 25.14 is kind of where they bottomed out at, but they ended the day at 25.86. So still on a bearish downward trend, but kind of going stagnant. Hopefully they can go and retest this level of the moving average 50 and 100, which has a convergence right here at 26.45. So if they can surpass that 26.45 level, they're going to be looking at if they can retest 28.45. So those are going to be my two targets for them, 26.45 and 28.45. And so if any of these stocks out here are helping you all, make sure you just hit that thumbs up in the chat will definitely help me know that these videos are helping you all out. 4747 is a bottom for the DKNG, and this is for DraftKings. They are bearish. Moving average 10 is below 50 or 100. They will have to retest $49.22. So going to be looking at that level. Then after that, going to be looking at 51.26. So 51.26 going to be the high level I'm looking at, but the level to potentially end the week is going to be 49.22. And they have earnings coming up as well this week. Another earnings this week is going to be GM. GM looking very bullish. 58.59 is going to be my price target for them. They did in the day at 57.87. But still bullish overall. VWAP still looking significant on them. Going to be looking to see if VWAP can cross back above moving average 10 for the morning to continue a bullish upward trend. But overall, still going to have the price target of 58.59. I think GM has a great EV line with their EV Cadillac they have coming out, and other vehicles that they have in the EV space. They definitely tackled the EV space with the FedEx Bright Spot. I think that's what it's called, Bright Spot electric vehicles. So they're definitely making moves in the EV world. I don't think it's broadcasted as much as some of the other companies are. Next up, we have ticker sign DIS. This is for Disney. Now, Disney is bearish. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100. We can see they will have to retest 176.95 and 176.13. So 170.92 is kind of where they bottomed out at. They ended the day at 172.80. But we'll see if they can turn around to retest these two levels of the 50 and 100. Next up, we have ticker sign mRNA. And this is for Moderna. They are bullish. They're having a nice little bullish run up. We can see that the moving average 10 and 100, moving average 10 and the VWAP 14, excuse me, are both trending upward. They hit a high of $386.94 today, then kind of fell and then kind of continued this upward trend to 391.50. So they do have earnings coming up, so it's not any wonder that they're going to rally, but a lot of volume and a lot of money jumping into mRNA. So definitely keep it on your watch list to see how they're going to perform moving forward. So 391.50 up $4.99, and this one is definitely moving fast. So definitely keep your eyes out for ticker sign mRNA as the week goes on. Next, we have Hood for Robinhood. Now, Robinhood definitely had a nice little rally today. They shot all the way up to $48.59. And then after hours, they are up $5.44. So, nice little bullish run up for ticker sign HOD for Robinhood. So, after hours, they are at $52.24, setting a new week high for them. So, definitely looking at them for early morning mover, ticker sign HOOD. Now going down, we have ticker sign LI. This is another one of the EV names, and this is for Li Auto. $35.43 is going to be my target price for LI, which is Li Auto. They are bullish, or no, they are bearish. Moving average 10 is below 50, but is above 100, but still bearish overall on the name LI for Li Auto. Going to be seeing if they can retest this $32.81 level. So that's going to be a target price I'm going to have for them, $32.81. Then if they break through that, $35.43 is going to be my next one. Bear in mind, it's not financial advice. I'm not telling you to invest or not to invest into these stocks. Just giving you some information that is out there. So just telling you things that I have on my watch list that I'm looking for this week. Just bear in mind, it's not financial advice. Make sure you do your own due diligence when looking at these stocks. Go read some press releases. Go do some research after the video. So next on here we have ticker sign EVK, and they are bullish. So moving average 10 is above 50 and 100. We can see 622 is their high. They have fallen down significantly to end the day at $3.65. So down 21 cents overall. But going to be looking to see how ticker sign EVK will perform as time goes on. So they will have to go retest this level, the VWAP 14, which is at 395. So they will have to retest 395, and then if they can break through the 395 level, then going to be looking at this $5.23 level for a next target price for EVK. Next up, we have ticker sign XELA. One that's kind of always on the watch list, having a nice little bullish run up for the past 2 days. So definitely looking nice for XELA. $3.30 is their high for today. And so, going to be looking at them for early morning movers since they did end the day 15 cents above their close to end at $3.37. So that's ticker sign XELA. A lot of volume surrounding this one and a lot of movement going for the name XELA. So definitely going to be putting them at pretty close to the top of my list since they are a pretty affordable stock. Try to have some on here that are under $5, which are considered penny stocks. So that's definitely a good one to look at. Next up, ticker sign SQ for Square. They did have a high of $2.80. Overall, still stagnant on the name. In general, $280.88 could be my target price for them. They are still bullish though, moving average 10 above 50 and 100. $2.69. No, $268.55 is where they currently ended the day today, so down 94 cents. So we'll see how they perform, if they'll continue the stagnant sideways trading, or if they'll go back up and retest 280.88. Next up, we have ticker sign INFI. They are bullish, moving average to above 50 and 100. They did have a high of $3.13, but overall still stagnant on them. They did bounce off the moving average 50, so ending the day today at $2.64. So going to be looking to see how they perform. Target price still going to be $3.13. Next up, we have ticker sign DLPN for Dolphin. Now, Dolphin was bullish yesterday. It shot up significantly to $12.80, but has kind of fell to a new resistance level around this $10 and 11-cent range. Fell down some more to end at $9.86. I would say if it continues this bearish downward trend, look for a potential bounce around 9.16. So $9.16. Look for a potential bounce there. If it continues and goes the other way to start a bullish upward trend, look at $10.81 for a potential increase. All right, so looking at the chat, we got MINM, so that's going to be the first one that I'm adding on here. All right, so let's add this one to the top of the list. Then on here you have NASV, no, NSAV. All right, let's send this one to the top. All right, so I don't know what these companies do, but this one shot up to 14 cents. So I would consider this one a penny stock under $1. I actually did a video earlier this week for penny stocks under $1. Didn't really have this one on there. This one is very cheap. By the way, it's in the OTC market. I really don't like trading stocks in the OTC market just because they're super volatile. But you can make some large gains in the OTC market. In a NSAV, haven't really heard much about this, but they are bearish. Moving average 10 is below the 50, so it seems like they kind of hit a new resistance level around this 9-cent level. They didn't really move much after hours either, but this one did shoot up with a lot of volume to this 14-cent level. Drop a comment down below. What do you think is a target price for this one? I really don't know. I don't have any background information on this company. NSAV Holdings, I mean, could be anything really. So I haven't really looked at this one. I would probably take this information and then go look up the company, see what they do. What caused this spike on the second for them to go up to 14 cents and to see if that could duplicate again. It seemed like there was a decent amount of volume surrounding this one on that day. Maybe they can repeat after that. So that's kind of my synopsis on that one. MINM is the next one. So they have fallen off significantly. So around the 21st, they kind of started their bearish downward trend. They've fallen all the way down to $2.37. and then have kind of just been stagnant ever since. The Moving Average 10 did test the 50, and VWAP did go up above the 50, but other than that, I don't really know what's going on with this one so far. So they will have to retest 290. So $2.90 is definitely a key level that they'll have to retest, and 249 they'll have to retest as well. Oh yeah, penny stock video is on the it's just on my page. So if you just go on my page, you'll see the penny stock video just on the channel itself. So VXRT, yep, I'll do that one. Vaxart. So wasn't Vaxart coming up with like a nasal uh, COVID vaccine or something like that they had on the horizon or something? Overall, this one does move quite often. So I would say I'm very familiar with this one. Actually had somebody who signed up for Robinhood, and this was the stock that they gave them. So that kind of um, was my introduction into them. But overall, bullish on the name. Moving average 10 above 50 and 100. VWAP did dip below the moving average 10, so that's something to look out for. But there's still significant volume surrounding this one. Then a nice little rally from 713 all the way up to this 874 level. Since they are a medical company, press releases are something that definitely help propel this stock forward. So $9.30 is definitely a key indication to look for. Definitely make sure you look at that 930 level. I do have a Discord. It's through my Patreon, but I may make another one just for the channel and just in my Patreon altogether. Just because I like doing this, it's fun, and a lot of people, you know, communicate more or more freely on Discord. So I may make one that's public just for everybody. I'm considering doing it. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. But yeah, VX RT definitely looking nice on this one. I will definitely go look to see if they have any updates on what they're doing moving forward. $9.30 definitely is a key level to look for. And then also another level to look for this one is going to be this $8 and 60 cent level. So this is kind of where they fell down and kind of stopped their fall before they dipped down volume wise. So I would look at $8.60. And then the next one that I'll probably look at is going to be $9.30. So those will be my two key targets for VXRT. I know a lot of volume is surrounding this one. It's always popping up on the radar because of the specific niche that they are in. So, are there any other ones that you guys want me to look at? I know there are a lot of different markets out there, and people are trading a lot of different names. So, any other ones? There's some other stuff on here. Oh yeah, that's one. I forgot to add that one on here. So another one that had earnings today was UAA for Under Armour. So I haven't really had anybody talk about Under Armour for a while. I know like Steph Curry kind of made Under Armour kind of pop when he went into the league. And I think it also popped as well because he just signed that new contract. So that kind of helped Under Armour as well. But they had their earnings today and it was really good. 22.81 was a level to look for. So $22.81. They ended at 270. Then went down 23 cents to end at 22.47. Overall, they're having a little bit of a bullish downward trend in the after hours. Not really anything too significant. If they do continue this downward trend, look for them to potentially bounce off of 22.22. So this is where the VWAP 14 is at. They may bounce around 22.22, but then if they do, look for them to retest 22.81. So I have on here in the chat FUTL. Futureland. Man, you all really like these OTC stocks. Alright, let me add it to the top of the list. Y'all really love these OTC stocks, man. Alright, so this one looking crazy. It is bullish. Futureland, don't really know what they do, but they are bullish. Kind of been stagnant for some time now. Let me zoom out a little more. Hopefully it's not making y'all dizzy. Seems like 18, or not 18, 0.0018 seems to be the high for this one. And it almost retouched that, I guess, today. But don't really know what they do. They are bullish though. This one looks like it is super volatile. But for me, I don't really trade OTC market stocks that much because they do fluctuate so much. So I would say just be very careful with these and go do some more research on what they do. Um, you know, I have been burned quite a while on some of these, so I would say just use caution when trading the OTC market. Just me personally. Um, so I don't know if you're saying me as in me or if you're saying me as in the stock. So I'm assuming you're saying me as the stock for 23andMe. Definitely a great company. I'm gonna move this one to the top. But yeah, 23andMe starting to show a little breakout. It's a nice one. So we can see $8.85 is where they hit their high for the week. They ended at $8.76. Overall, still bullish on this name. Usually, when stocks shoot up like this and it's not really around any news or anything that I know of, I would say it may potentially fall down in the morning. So $8.85 definitely is a nice high. $8.76 is where they're at, but it's not at this 885 where they hit. So they may potentially fall just a little bit in the early morning market. If they do, I will look for them to potentially bounce off this $8.35 level, just because a lot of people probably bought around the 717 level and then it just popped. So definitely be careful with this one. But if it does continue to go up on this bullish trajectory, I would say a nice little level to look for is right around this peak. If you can see from probably about 3 days, it was around this $9.20 level. So that's going to be a target price that I would look at. $9.20 since it kind of is this plateau level for the name. On here, ZOM, so Zoom Medica, I know a lot of people like this one too. They had a new marketing manager that came out for the company a while back, but I haven't really heard too much updates for them. I know that they've been trying to push the new product that they have out, or their flagship product, but haven't really heard too much from them. Their volume has still been significantly high though. If we see on here, 64 cents was their high around the 28th, so not too far ago were they back up at this 64-cent level. Uh, Now 58 cents is where they bottomed out at. So when I look at stocks like this, I would say this is definitely a range to look for. So you have the top end, which is 64 cents, and you have the bottom end, which is 58 cents. And then the rest I would consider just oscillation. So oscillation means it goes up to 64, tests it, and then goes back down, and then goes back up, and goes back down. As that level starts to get squeezed and it starts to get sideways, then usually it'll start to pop. But this one has started to go down and kind of bottomed out around 59 cents. But it will have to retest the 61-cent level, which is the moving average 100. So overall, I think still good. I would hope some news comes out for ZOM, but once news comes out around this one, it does pop significantly. As far as a long-term hold for this one, I really don't have it as a long-term hold. I would say definitely short-term, ride the waves on this one is what I usually do. And if you can get it at a good price, like if you were able to get in at the 58-cent level and then sell it at the 64-cent level, would have done really well. But you don't want to get caught holding the bag. So make sure, you look at the entire picture of the chart. So the entire picture, this 57-cent and this 58-cent level are lows. So if you see it go down around that level and then you jump in, most likely it'll go back up to the 67-cent level or the 68-cent level or 64-cent level, excuse me, and then you can take profits on that one. So that's kind of how I would ride that one. Now, if we go back in the past, they have been all the way up to $1.06, but the only time that I saw this happen was when they had a combination of their product was approved. They had a new marketing strategist. There were a lot of different articles that came out in the company surrounding moves they were making corporately, as well as moves that they were making debuting their product that had come out. So, these are, I would consider, anomalies because these were solely moves that came out because of information from the company and press releases. These other moves that come out, these are just fluctuations in volumes, people jumping in and out of this one, not really doing much research on it. So I would say you can still benefit off of stuff like this, but just be careful, especially when stocks under $5, which are considered penny stocks, and especially ones that are under a dollar. Now they do fluctuate quite a bit. You can make quite a bit of money doing them, but to be real honest with you all, it's a more risky play than trying to get into options or get into something else. All investing in general is risky, so make sure you do your due diligence when looking at a different name. Understand how the company makes money. That's a great thing to look at, and then also read some of the press releases. They're free. They're out there, information that they put out, and just helps you to learn more and more about the company overall. So, any other ones, real quick? Definitely gonna be looking at this 23andMe. Looking real nice overall. Auto. I wish there was a way to change this that it put it in the top of the list instead of at the bottom. All right, AUTO. All right, so they shot up to $3.81. We can see that they are bullish. Moving average 10 above 50 at 100. VWAP is above moving average 10, so positive on that indicator as well. What caused this pop? Was there some article that came out that caused um, this run up to $3.81? Because it was kind of stagnant for a long time. So from around the 22nd all the way until a couple of days ago, it was stagnant, and then it just shot all the way up to $3.81, and it did fall down a little bit, only 7 cents to $3.39. But I would definitely do some research into what caused this pop, and it looked like it tried to duplicate it again. A level I will look at for this one is going to be $3.80. What is this? $3.47. So that's what I'll look at because it's the VWAP 14 line. So next one here, GMER, Good Gaming. Is this a gaming company? What type of gaming company is this? OTC, man, y'all love these OTC stocks. All right, so this one is bearish. Moving average 10 is below the 50 at 100. VWAP is above moving average 10, so it may have some hope on that end. They will have to retest this 36-cent level and this 41-cent level. So going to be looking to see how they perform on that one. But still, again, OTC market very sketchy overall. 52 cents is kind of their weekly high number, but definitely going to look to see if they can retest 36 cents at 41 cents. I would have to do some more research on Good Gaming to see what the company is, because I have no idea what this company is and what they do. Is it good gaming? Is like they make headsets and keyboards, or is it like an esports sort of thing? Um, I really don't know. I've never really heard of this company, but definitely interesting play overall. Um, did you jump in at this one at $2 at 28 cents, and you're trying to ride this one up? Do you think it's gonna pop up to 36 cents or 41 cents, or where do you think this one is gonna go? Very interesting. I just personally have never heard of the name, but seems very interesting overall. But it is in the OTC market, so definitely gonna be looking at this one to see if it can retest 36 cent and 41 cent. So yeah, you all love these OTC stocks. You got FUTL. I was the OTC pick, and then GMER's OTC pick. Uh, it seems like a lot of people like these stocks that are well under $1. There's no shame in that. There's a lot of people who trade those. You can be very successful doing those if you know what to look for, you know how to time it correctly. Just me personally, I don't see these on a lot of the different apps that I use. So they're on Webull. So if you have Webull, you can get it. CPOP, Pop Culture Group. Move this one to the top. All right. So what has caused this one to be stagnant for so long? $4.80 is their low as well. They hit 648, which looks like they tried to retest that moving average 100 line, but then got smacked back down. And then they are bearish. Uh, they will have to retest $5.56. So I would say just realistically, $5.56 is a key level to look for, which they're not too far away from at 5.33, and it's not like they fell off ridiculously. They only went down 1 cent from close at this 5.33. So 5.56 where I would look at, and then 6.48 after that. So uh, definitely gonna be looking at this one, CPOP. I'd have to look at more information as what Pop Culture Group does. Let me zoom out some more. What caused them to fall significantly from this $78 level? It looks like they IPO'd around the 30th and shot all the way up to $78, but fell all the way down to like six something. So what caused them to fall so far? That's something I will look at. Next one is cars for cars.com. I know the used car market is going crazy. Um, a lot of people trying to get used cars and they are priced extremely high. So cars.com, CarMax probably another good one around this niche. Um, and then also people doing the hire car and stuff like that. People trying to get these cars to rent them out. So we see $12.14 where they ended the day. They went up 22 cents after hours, so that's a nice little move. 12.36. The moving average 50 is, wow, these lines are all blurred. 12.26. 12.24 is the 100. So definitely looking bullish on this one. Moving average 10 is above the 50 and 100. Another level I will look at for is going to be a 12.53 for cars.com. Definitely I would look at that level. Then going even more further back, 13.31 looks to be a good level too. So 13.31 and 12.53 is what I would look at for cars.com. So, yeah, I know the used car market is going crazy. So, cars.com, a lot of people on there trying to look up those different cars. Snow. Snowflake was real popular during their IPO, but I haven't really heard much from them since then. Yep, they're doing really well. 255 seems to be that low. They did bounce all the way up. They are bullish, moving average traded above 50 and 100. 285, 84 is a high level for them. So that's looking nice too. They did fall down 58 cents to end at 284 even. But that's not too bad given where they currently are at. And it looks to be that snow is kind of at its 52-week high. So I would just say be cautious with this one since it is at its highest, but that doesn't mean that it won't continue to go up. If you look at AMD, AMD has been going crazy. So if you were like a week ago, like, oh, AMD is at its highest, you would have lost out on money. So stocks can continue to go up higher. I would just say some background information would be needed to see what is pushing this to go up even more. So that's where the press releases and stuff like that come into play with learning more information about the company. But 285, 84 definitely is a nice level to look at, especially considering that they ended at 284 even. So not too bad. Only $1.84 away from that 52-week high, or that high in general. I can't say it's a 52-week high because I haven't gone out in a year time frame, but as far as I can see, chart wise, it's the highest price that it's been so far. So good luck to everybody out there trading. Hope everybody has a great rest of the week. I'll try to get back on here and make sure you check in on the early morning market watch. I'll have another list on there for the early morning movers. That one I try to do around like 6:30, 6:40. So make sure you check into that one. I was not able to get around to do the one this morning, but I'll try to do the one for tomorrow morning. Continue the week strong. If this video helped you all out, make sure you hit that thumbs up, share the video with your friends, everybody out there in the trading community, so they can get this great information. Hit that thumbs up on your way out, and I'll see you guys next time.